fighters are in the cage for our official introductions. Here's Joe Martinez.
We're set to go with the next bout tonight. 3 rounds in this undefeated showdown in the bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in officially 135 pounds. She stands perfect in 2 bouts, 2 victories, and no defeats. Fighting out of Portland, Oregon, here is the undefeated Lisa, the Strangler Spangler. And her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. She weighed in 134.5 pounds, and in 4 professional bouts is perfect with 4 victories and no defeats. Here is the undefeated Shanna out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Shanna. And your referee in charge of the action is Mike England.
The Strangler, Lisa Spangler, versus the Shanimal, Shanna Young.
Ready, fighter? Ready, fighter? Let's fight, first round.
These ladies very polite yesterday at the weigh-ins. Didn't even want to like square off with their fists at the stare down. The intensity on the face of Shanna Young. She's very motivated and ready to do big things in her career.
Yeah, she's holding her hands a little bit low, and you can see Spangler trying to take advantage of that, but nice side kick to the body, nice body work there, trying to keep her opponent at bay.
UFC 228 features a welterweight showdown as champion Tyron Woodley defends his title against the undefeated Darren Till. Goes down in Dallas, Texas. Coming up, UFC 228, only on pay-per-view.
And we just saw a lead hook kick, which we don't see a lot of the time, which was replied with a couple of shots to the face. So we know we're going to have some boxing versus some very Taekwondo karate-ish kicks.
The kick finds a home there to the face of Lisa Spangler. Talked to Shanna Young. Over 2 years away from the cage. She didn't believe that ring rust was going to be a factor, but it is different training and competing, and not having done, you know, any competition for a while. She may look to make up for lost time. It might motivate her.
Well, she's definitely showing motivation with those front leg kicks. Like, nice little round kick. There's a lot of blood coming from the nose of Lisa Spangler right now, which is, oh, big shot right there.
Right hand there by Spangler finds a home.
Yeah, I think that nose might be broken, TJ. Interesting, because I think, you know, Spangler has landed some pinpoint strikes actually when it pinpoint punches, I should say.
Right. Really darting forward. Back of the head shot there by Spangler, I think, but not on purpose by any means. Young turned her body to her 180 degrees.
Spangler's trying for those kind of big overhands. Ooh, that's fast.
Kick, I mean, she can really use that kick in a manner that a lot of other fighters can't.
And the fact that she has a wrestling background as well, TJ, shows that if she is, you know, kind of, they tie up and Spangler tries to take it to the mat, she can hopefully recover her hips. But man, she wants that left leg round kick on the face. Young
eating some strikes there by Spangler as well, so she can't just rely solely on that kick. She can't, you know, throw without setting it up a little bit.
And I admire Spangler's focus right here. I don't think she even knows her face is bleeding. She's just going forward, looking where she can get the punch, and she can tie up and hopefully get a submission.
And that's really important. I mean, obviously Spangler needs to respect that kick, but she can't become completely defensive from it.
No, absolutely not. You have to actually go forward on a kick like that, or you're going to be right at range.
Comes forward with the left hand there.
I think her own. Well, it could be that Young is now opened up too. I don't know if it's Spangler's blood from wiping her nose, but
yeah, there's a lot of blood there flowing from the nose of Lisa Spangler. We'll see if that affects her breathing should this fight go later in the rounds, but very game is the Strangler.
Yeah, very game. Her hands are up in a good position, so that round kick over the top kind of shows you how fast that is and how accurate that is, because she's kept her hands in good position. And she's staying disciplined and very calm and very focused right now.
It's good to see Young throwing these kicks as well. Coming off a hip injury, it hasn't, you know, slowed her kicking offense at all, but that one might. A strike there by Spangler.
Yeah, you do have to be careful, because when you're on one leg, you can get punched and knocked right down. No, but yeah, really, her hips actually seem to be working very well for those kicks. That takes a lot of hip energy, a lot of hamstring.
Looking at Spangler here, I mean, she's been hurt on the feet here, and that kick again coming from Young. She's not afraid to strike, though. She's not trying to change this up, and she's landing a lot of strikes herself.
She is. That jab is very fast.
Touch over a minute remaining here in this first round.
If you watch the right leg of Shanna Young and you watch the way she turns, and you can tell when she's trying to strike or she's trying to pull back a little bit. Her right leg gives her left leg away, but her left leg's very fast, so it's kind of hard to see when it's coming.
Shanna Young first got involved in mixed martial arts fighting an amateur bout at 16 years old, so her parents needed to sign a waiver. Now pro needing some pro shots here from Lisa Spangler. Now in the clinch.
This is where counter wrestling comes into play for Young. Can she keep herself from getting taken down, or keep herself from staying pinned up there on the cage?
Got to be a little bit terrifying landing the strikes that Shanna Young has to Lisa Spangler, and it doesn't break her forward movement or posture at all. It's like, how much can you take?
Ooh, big shots right there. Good side kick to keep her opponent away.
Final 10 seconds here in round number 1.
Nice double leg to a single leg. Didn't get the takedown, but showed some speed on that shot.
The corner of Lisa Spangler going to have to work on that nose. A lot of blood, but still did not get her off her game by any means. A very close round.
Yeah, and I'm really kind of excited about those flipping roundhouse kicks. My old Taekwondo coach is actually here in the building tonight, so I'm sure he's really happy to see Taekwondo roundhouse kicks coming into play right there, but did not slow Spangler down. I don't think she even noticed, honestly. She just kept pushing forward with that jab cross, and those are some fast hands she has.
Shanna Young, she employed those kicks, as you mentioned, but she needs to set them up a little bit. Would you like to see her change that game, or do you think she's doing what she needs to do with them?
Well, the problem with kicking up your front leg is, as fast as it is, as much damage as it's done, is it does give up that right hand, and it puts her on her heels. So we see in exchanges like this, she's able to bounce in and out, but, well, there she got her own shot in there with her hands. So I guess that's not the footage I was supposed to see. But when they're moving around like that, you have to watch out, really moving back. And also, that right hand and that swing, it seems as though Spangler's getting closer and better with those shots as the round progresses.
We've seen some fights tonight, Julie Kedzie. You're shadow boxing in the booth. It's scaring me. Exchanging kicks early here in round number 2 are these athletes.
You can see Young is very eager to hit. She's kind of pushing forward. Her hands are a little bit low, but she's pushing with that right hip. Again, she twitches her right hip before something happens. It's fun to watch that kind of movement. Quick left hand there from Spangler.
You can get at us on Twitter tonight, at TJ DeSantis, at JulesK_fighter, at Invicta Fights, hashtag InvictaFC31.
I think we just saw a side kick to the face and then an attempt to replicate that. She is a Shanimal.
Nice kick to the lead leg again there by Lisa Spangler.
And I think that's a smart thing to do, to slow that leg down a little bit, put some damage on it.
Nice jab there by Young. A little bit of a slip there, it looked like.
Yeah, kind of a lunging jab that's going on there. She's stepping pretty wide with that.
Elbow attempt there from space by Spangler. Young tries to throw one of her own.
I was going to say, whenever you get elbowed, you almost always want to elbow the other person back.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Spangler can tend to fight this fight on the feet, and that may be because of Shanna Young's wrestling ability as well. She's got to be hard to take down. We talked about that background a bit earlier.
Yeah, and what's going on that's really interesting with those kind of front leg kicks is that Spangler moves almost completely to her right the entire time, and so it sets up the flip of that kick. If she, moves left, she's going to get a little bit more of, even though it's to the power punching of Young, she's going to get a little bit more of an opening there for that hook and that cross.
2 minutes into the second round. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Scottish Rite Temple here this Labor Day weekend. Invicta FC 31.
Big shot.
Really compact here is Spangler. A lot of power in those hands.
I'd like to see her double up that jab, maybe throw a couple more hooks, TJ.
Really answering with one shot at a time is Spangler. Still moving forward, kick to the body.
Ooh. Beautiful axe kick.
Not something you see every day. Shanna Young showing off the complexity of her strikes.
And you can see Spangler's had a little bit enough of that. She wants that takedown now. She's done with all of that. Now she's on the back of Young, which is very dangerous. Young is turning in, getting that left hand around the head. Not maybe the best place to be when your body is positioned sideways, but she is getting that overhook position, trying to get her head where she can wedge in. Spangler's controlling with her forehead right now, though, and finding an opportunity to strike.
Talk about that bloody nose of Lisa Spangler. It's not sure, slowing her down cardio-wise, but she's still very young in her career. To walk through it, it shows her composure in this fight.
It really does, and that's interesting that she pulled out of that clinch exchange with a front kick. I probably would have punched because I think the punches are doing more work, but she did land some of her hands as well.
Yeah, her blood is everywhere. It's all over her face, all over Shanna Young. Hard right hand by the Shanimal finds a home. Big deep breath there by Lisa Spangler.
Yeah, good movement there from Young. She's really finding that jab now.
Really fast hands by the Shanimal.
It's not a good idea to be working that right leg kick right there with your hands out without hands in front of it.
Catches the leg, does Spangler, now tries to initiate the clinch. Double unders here up against the fence. Shanna Young trying to pummel in.
You can see Spangler's kind of putting her weight on her, making her really work against that. Nice rattle of combinations. Man, that front leg is fast, TJ.
Both these ladies are incredibly tough. I mean, we see Shanna Young, really doing damage to the face of Spangler, but she's eaten a lot of shots as well.
She has, and if you can look on her left thigh, there's some swelling and bruising going on the left thigh. Those leg kicks are hard that she's, that Spangler has thrown on her. They've landed and they're hard.
Oof. Combination of punches, nice left hand for Spangler, final 10 seconds.
Wow, that was interesting. She kind of ran into that, almost got clotheslined by her bicep.
What a fight. We have 10 minutes in the books between these bantamweights. This is a lot of fun. You feel like any moment another big shot could land and really sort of turn the tide of this contest.
You do, and I feel like there should be a subtitle for this Invicta FC 31 hashtag styles make fights. I mean, we're seeing real stylistic changes here that make each fight very distinct, with the lateral movement and the flipping kicks to that straightforward Sarah Kaufman-esque boxing style. I'd like to see some more fakes and feints out of Spangler because I think she can land some more punches that way, but Shanna Young's kicks, man. Wow.
This is a great fight for both of these athletes. A testament to our matchmaking committee. We should give some credit to Caitlin Young because she's going to turn that card in for being an athlete next show, but walk us through some of this action.
Well, you can see they're doing these little two-shot punch exchanges, and you're seeing really Spangler's whole style is just lunging forward with those kicks. That beautiful axe kick gets swept over the top. Started as a round kick, came over. That's like Bill Wallace style from the 1980s. Really well done there by Shanna Young. And of course, Spangler getting her own shots in here as well. Probably actually more with the punches. She's landed more punches for sure.
Final 5 minutes between these bantamweights. The Strangler, Lisa Spangler, versus the Shanimal, Shanna Young, who lands a nice kick again. The way she uses that kick, it's like a jab in a lot of ways, and just it can catch you off guard at any moment.
Yeah, and it's strong too. It's not a weak kick because it is definitely slowing Spangler down and stopping her. Spangler has to respond by pulling that kick out and then accelerating when it lands out of range.
Shanna Young has a smile on her face. This is the fight that she kind of wanted after being off for so long, and now Spangler trying to answer. Nice right hand by the Strangler. Shanna Young wisely gets off the cage.
Bounces kind of right out of it, but she's definitely she's felt those shots. Good front kick there to the face.
Again, Spangler just walking through it.
Good jab. And I really think moving to her left would help Lisa Spangler a lot in that motion. I think she can cut out some of the power and some of the speed if she actually throws a cross or fakes a cross and hits a left hook.
Nice left hand. Lances the chin there of Shanna Young by Spangler. I asked Spangler if she watched any tape on Shanna Young. She said she let her coaches do that. I don't know how any future opponent for Shanna Young is going to prepare for these kicks. It's hard to replicate in the gym.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've got to train with somebody who uses a round kick and a front kick like a jab, and that's beautiful utilization of a technique that's not done that often.
Nice left hand by Spangler. I mean, really great strikes by both of these athletes and really great composure by both of them to walk through them.
When Spangler goes in those big kind of hooking combinations in the inside, you know, Shanna Young's getting hit and she's still holding her own, coming back. It doesn't even look like she's been hit. She just kind of comes back wide-eyed, ready to go again.
Final 3 minutes between these athletes, a performance that both of them should be proud of thus far, but who's going to take it? A lot on the line here.
Absolutely. I'd love to see more head movement from them, some more fakes and feints, really setting those things up. But if somebody's has to go, it's to a worthy opponent here tonight.
One of those fights where there must be a winner and a loser, but two winners in this. The winner that gets their hand raised, and of course us and everyone watching on Fight Pass. 2.5 left in round number 3. Kick followed by a punch by Spangler, now in the clinch. Over-unders here. To the body and the head goes. Spangler eats a kick, closes that distance again.
You can see she's strategically trying to ride that kick to its base, take her down, and Young is doing a good job defending it, circles away, and is now in the center of the cage.
Exchange of punches there again.
Shanna Young's willingness to move forward even when she's getting hit with these punches is really impressive. Oh! Wow!
Kick there by Spangler.
Oh, Spangler took advantage of that exactly how she should have. Rushes right in on her mounter.
She's in mount, 90 seconds left to work. Trying to secure the back. Shanna Young trying to get her high. Maybe an arm bar coming if she can secure it in this scramble. Looks like she's going to settle maybe in the guard. Shanna Young allows Spangler to get back up. Wow, what a sequence of events right there.
That was fun. Both of these fighters are very fast. Yeah, I have to say, even though I was saying Spangler was hitting more punches, I do think that Shanna Young has landed quite a few really nice combinations, especially in this third round. She's really picking it up with her hands.
Still very much a close fight, less than a minute to go. Young coming forward with some punches, countered by a left hand by Spangler.
Oof. I gotta stop saying oof every time they hit each other.
That's a great way to describe this fight, oof.
It's exciting.
More blood. Young finding a home for that left hand. Spangler trying to answer.
And Spangler's finally looking a little winded here. She's finally looking distracted, a little frustrated. She had the mount, and she was unable to finish her opponent there.
To her credit, it took 14.5 minutes for her to look like she's slowing down.
That's true.
Nice right hand by Young.
Yeah, leading with that kick, not a great idea when your hands are that low. I think that Spangler's a little bit hurt here, and she's kind of on autopilot trying to get that face now.
If she's hurt, she's definitely throwing caution to the wind and throwing strikes here. Final 10 seconds between these bantamweights.
Oh.
Nice strike there by Spangler. Young goes for a takedown.
Oh, I was going to say it's going to be a standing guillotine. I did not hear the bell.
I didn't hear the bell either, but my goodness, 15 minutes of fury. Shanna Young, Lisa Spangler. The judges have their work cut out for them. Seriously, one of the best fights you'll see.
Yeah, first round, Lisa Spangler's nose was broken. She didn't seem to notice it or the lack of oxygen that she might be getting until the third round. You know, now she looks a little bit more winded, but she got the mount in the third round. Young was able to recover every position, get back to her feet, and just really fun rattling off here. You know, we saw that big punches over the top, and Young just kind of puts her head down and circles around. Here's the takedown. We saw it was actually a kick to the back leg, which is smart to do when somebody's leg is up that high. She got to the mount, and she was actually on the back of Young for a little bit there, and Young circles around, gets her composure. I think that actually Spangler kept that grip on the head, trying to pull her around. And we see the choke attempt at the end here. She was trying for that standing guillotine. I did not hear the bell ring, so I was getting all excited about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. One more time, Kansas City, for both of these female warriors. Show your love out there. Judge Henry Gary scores it 29-28 for Young. Judge Marquez has it 30-27 for Spangler. And Judge Miller, 29-28. Your winner by split decision, Lisa the Strangler Spangler!
Split decision victory for the Strangler, Lisa Spangler. What a fight by these athletes. Borisenko will track down Lisa Spangler.